Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is part 2 of Novak Djokovic versus Roger Federer in the Wimbledon 2019 finals. This is the full match play review part 2. Djokovic is serving. Djokovic is down 2-3. Federer's got 3 games. Let's get into it.
30 love. Mr. Djokovic is challenging the corner service line. Ball was calling.
Of those mills.
So was this a good decision for Federer to go down the line here? I think it was a good decision because he's up 40 love, okay? And he can take risk now. He can totally take some risk. And there's a big gain from making that shot. He would have won the point immediately. And he was already kind of in a bad position in the point. So for him, he was willing to risk a point to finish the game. So yeah, that was actually a pretty good decision. It was a tough shot, but he knew that going into it. Let's see where he serves here.
You found a place of complete focus.
Roger doesn't put enough on the serve. Novak steps right into it and forces the error.
Game Federer.
So the higher level you get, that's why you got to have variety in your serves as well, right? But don't fast track the process too quickly if you don't even have a really reliable weapon of a serve yet that you can consistently hit your spots with, all right? But once you kind of have some of those things established, you got to have a bomb down the tee to keep them honest and to be able to spread the court the other way as well, all right? So let's see here.
Finals in one of these fights. No mention of he played Wimbledon
To do even as if take him in top of his.
See here, he made the right volley decision, right? Remember before he went cross on that? Djokovic was basically in a similar position, and he learned from it. He went line, that was good.
Forward. It's a great statement on the first point with Djokovic.
Also, one thing that the pros do, and especially Roger Federer, like he's been known to do this, is realize that don't play your opponents one-dimensionally. And what I mean by that is most people, they're just thinking about left and right. You also have to be thinking about forward and back and bringing your opponents either forward, backwards, maybe a little bit to the side, but also forwards, right? Make them move in positions that they probably don't practice as much. Think about all the people you practice with right now. What are their movement patterns when they're practicing? Like in the last week of training that you guys did, there's probably a lot of stuff where maybe it's left and right, side to side, right? Maybe doing some patterns like that. It's good, right? It's good to do that. But just be aware of, okay, maybe these people aren't that used to moving forward and back. So as a general rule, that's a great thing to experiment with your opponents and just gauge their movement forward and backwards and see if they can still get set up in their stances and hit the ball and be consistent while moving forward. That's a big area that a lot of players don't really attack on, and it's a very easy thing for you to incorporate, right? You can mix in some short slices, you can hit some topspin angle shots, you can obviously mix in drop shots, right? So yeah, there's a lot of ways to kind of do that, but yeah, start trying that out in your own game.
Djokovic serving to stay in the first set at 4-5.
Wow, that's crazy. That is a crazy drop shot. That's wild. It's crazy feel. That's an insane feel.
The floating return, and then it hit the line. Final touch, the delicacy.
And look, what did he do? He hit the drop shot. Most people, they hit the drop shot and they just stand there like fools. They just hit the drop shot and they just stand there flat-footed. Look what Federer did. He hit the drop shot and he comes forward. As a general rule, if you got no idea what you're doing out there, you hit a drop shot, come into net. That will help you a lot more than the times that it might hurt you, all right? It will hurt you if you hit a terrible drop shot, it's floating, and they can crush the ball at you. Then obviously your coach might tell you, oh, you should have been back there. But that's an issue of the execution of the drop shot, not the decision to hit the drop shot, right? If you hit a better drop shot and your opponent has to make contact low, they're going to pop up the ball. Do you want to be at the net to put that away on the next shot, or do you want to be at the baseline? Probably you want to be at the net, right? So take note of that. You hit a drop shot, come into net.
And then it hit the line, which gave Djokovic no chance.
Slice out wide serve, ace.
Timely response from Djokovic. He was at 43% first serves.
Look at his chest angle. Look at Djokovic's chest angle here. It's pointing up to the ball. He's pushing from his legs. He's going up. And his chest, his thoracic spine has a lot of mobility. So he's able to go up with his chest, going up as he's pushing up from the ground. He should go down the line unless he feels 100% he can go cross court and hit a winner. Let's see what he does. He went down the line. It makes sense because look where Federer was. Federer was over here and Federer actually was guessing early. Yeah, he was kind of overcommitting to this side. So Djokovic made the right decision there.
You'd expect nothing less.
When in trouble.
Men's skin dries up faster in the cold. Take your skin to its happy place with Dove Men's Micro Moisture technology that leaves your skin feeling hydrated. Dove Men, care changes everything.
We wouldn't settle for Bateman when there's Batman.
Come on, Batemobile, don't die on me now.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
penalty.
Wow. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's just stresses the importance of the serve there, because he's able to bail himself out of a pretty tough situation there where he was kind of in a deficit, where Federer could have basically run away with the first set. And now he's back in a position of control here. So let's see. Let's see what he does.
Deuce.
Goes to the out wide serve again. Wow. That's just a tough ball to make. 5-4 deuce. That's a tough ball to make. You're moving on the run a little bit. Angled backhand, one-hander. That's tough. That's a tough ball to hit.
Had to
that
work
short.
so hard to recover to his backhand side to retrieve the Federer return.
It's just a harder shot to execute.
For Federer. But he missed the backhand.
Could have been set point.
Could have.
Oh my God.
And Djokovic.
That is a champion's game from Novak Djokovic.
Game ball. First.
His eyes as beautiful, technical.
Please. Mr. Djokovic is challenging the ball right.
Out wide
line.
serves.
Ball was 15 love.
Yeah.
Djokovic has one.
Turn, you know you've done something right with the.
Notice how wide his stance is. And then look at your stance. Does it look like this? Does it not? If you're trying to learn, you're trying to get better, you're trying to improve, replicate what you can from people who are doing it the way that you want to do it.
Return.
Wow. So he's been making a conscious effort of using the backhand angle. Interesting. Oh, wow. So he goes for a drop shot here. Yeah, so execution was just not good. Execution was just not good there because, I mean, it landed literally at the service line. For Federer, you got to have way higher standards than that. You know? That's not going to cut it against Djokovic. That's why he got burned.
In the last 10 minutes.
Spotted by Djokovic and too much.
He could have
height over
also
the net.
disguised it a little bit longer and kind of sold the fact that he was going to rip a forehand.
To play this slice deep and impressive play from both men.
Impressive
That's a
play from
textbook
both
combo
men.
that you should master for yourself. Slice out wide, breaks the sideline. Your opponent returns it. They're going to try to return it deep middle, which they're probably going to be coached on to return deep middle, right? To not give you any crazy angles. Because if, let's say, Djokovic returned it here, Federer could hit a backhand cross court that would put him in a position that he wouldn't be able to get to it. So by going deep middle, Federer can still go to the other side, but at least the angle isn't really working against Djokovic, right? So practice the slice out wide there. Practice the first ball where the returner, which is something they can practice too, returns deep to your feet. And then the +1 shot, go to the other side. And then come in. If you execute that well, you should be able to come in off that. Right? And that will be due to how good of a serve you hit, first of all. That will literally start everything. The better your serve is, the easier your first ball is going to be. Right? The easier your first ball is going to be, the better footwork you're going to be able to do to get up to it and get positioned. And what is that going to do? You're going to be able to execute that a lot better, a lot harder, a lot more powerful, and then now you're going to get an easier volley. So you might notice like, oh wait, my volleys are getting better. But maybe your volleys haven't gotten better. Maybe you're just getting easier opportunities now because you improved your serve and you improved your +1 shot, right? So let's continue.
And that's what it takes.
Nadal made well.
So today's the day. I've got my RTA mock system and Coyote appliances.
Crowd is really engaging in the match now. That's what we like.
Use.
Because he has
Double fault of the whole tournament for Federer.
Look, 5-all deuce. This is like basically, it's tied up like completely, obviously. You can't get more close than this. And what does he go to? He goes to the slice out wide. So I'm just pointing out what Federer's doing here and the decision that he made. Not saying you have to do that. There's times where he might go down the tee. But in this particular situation, at this moment in the Wimbledon 2019 final, this is what he decided to do. So just take note of it. Wow, that's insane. I mean, he hits one ball in the corner here, and then the next ball over here. That's insane. Yeah, if you're Djokovic there, that's just like, okay, he just hit an insane shot. You can live with it. You can move on from that.
Federer.
He went for the out wide serve. He went flat there. First serve out wide. Still got Djokovic positioned outside there. Djokovic had a really good return though. Wow.
Came shy.
Players.
Federer, big hit, and that's the so much going on.
There is, and I mentioned it in the scoreline, but
You
the
can see
quality
Federer's
of tennis was
electrolytes
not
under
as
there.
clear.
15 love.
Wow. Crazy feel. When you're practicing your drop shots, have an objective goal of how many bounces the ball has within the service box. So let's say someone's feeding you drop shots or you're practicing it like in points or whatever it is. Just remember, okay, when I hit my drop shot, how many times does it bounce in the service box? If you're learning at the beginning, it should be at least like 2 or 3 times. Eventually, you should be able to hit the drop shot where it bounces and stays in the box the whole time, where it doesn't even really go forward too much. It goes up more, comes down, and lands kind of in the same spot. Okay?
That was amazing.
30 love.
When you're moving forward that quickly to take
If you look at what he does technically on the drop shot, look, he starts high and then he goes low and stops the racket at contact. Look. Boom. He went high to low, made contact,
moving,
and then look, he stops his arm. His arm stops. That's just momentum keeping it going. But he's basically stopping his arm there. So the drop shot motion technically is a high to low motion, high to low, and then you stop it at contact, and that's how you can effectively hit a drop shot, technically speaking.
forward that quickly to take the pace off the ball and drop it over the net. Impressive touch.
Or this next 7, 8, 10 minutes is going to be superb.
Game, Djokovic.
Tie break coming up. Can't wait. Federer, I really feel, has to win this. Maybe wrong, but a big moment in this match.
6-all. All right, that's it for this part of the video. In the next one, we're going to start with the tiebreaker, and then we're going to continue from there, guys. All right, hope you enjoyed. Drop a comment, like, subscribe to the channel, send this to one of your friends, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.